Hello and welcome back for our 85th video of the 100 video challenge. Today we're continuing on with the chapter summary from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Up next is chapter 5 titled Lesson 4, The History of Taxes and the Power of Corporations. Rich Dad felt Robin Hood was a crook. Many think the rich should pay more in taxes and or give their money to the poor. The reality is that the rich are not taxed. It's the middle class that is so heavily taxed and pays for the poor. England and the USA didn't originally have taxes. When they finally did implement them, late 1800s for England and early 1900s for USA, it took about 50 years to get the citizens on board, and the income taxes were initially only on the rich. This is how it was sold to the middle class and the poor so that it would be accepted by the majority and ultimately, eventually, hurt the people who voted for it. The passage of taxes was only made possible through the Robin Hood mentality of taking from the rich and giving to everyone else. In government, the policy is to avoid having excess money. If they fail to spend their allocated funding, they risk losing it in the next budget, and they're not recognized for efficiency. In business, it's the opposite. They're rewarded for having excess money and recognized for efficiency. The problem was that the government spending and therefore its appetite and demand for money grew so much, taxes soon needed to be added on the middle class, and then it further trickled down to the lower income levels. The rich started playing by a different set of rules via corporations so they could limit risks and protect their assets. Corporations are simply legal documents that create a legal body without a soul. In these corporations, many expenses could be paid with pre-tax dollars within the corporations. The diligent taxpayers are just uninformed. If they knew what the rich did, they could play that way as well. Average workers work 5 to 6 months to pay the government their taxes, and as they earn more, the more they pay to the government. There are also tax advantages written in the tax code for those selling real estate, such as Section 1031, which allows for deferral of paying taxes on real estate that a capital gain was made on through an exchange of a more expensive piece of real estate. You can keep trading up and won't be taxed on the gains unless you liquidate. Knowledge is power and prevents you from being pushed around. The tax man will always take more if you let him. It's cheaper to pay for smart tax accountants and attorneys than it is to pay the government. The author's first corporation was a real estate holding company, and in 3 years, he was making more with that than in his well-paid job at a traditional corporation, working for someone else. We need financial IQ to make it happen. Financial IQ is knowledge in accounting, investing, understanding markets, and finally the law. We need the left brain skills at attention to detail to manage the money and read and understand financial statements. Investing is the right brain as it involves creative strategies and formulas. As for the markets, we need to understand supply and demand and knowing the technical, emotionally driven sides of the markets. Finally, if we know the legal tax advantages of corporations, we can make money even faster with the aforementioned skills. Employees earn and get taxed and try to live on what is left, while corporations earn, spend everything they can, and are taxed on anything left. They're easy to set up and not expensive. Under corporations, your vacations are written off as board meetings in Hawaii. Car payments, insurance, and repairs are company expenses. Health clubs are company expenses. Most restaurant meals are partial company expenses. The list goes on, and it's all done with pre-tax dollars. The rich, through corporations, are also protected from lawsuits as they control everything but own nothing. The poor and middle class, meanwhile, try to own everything and lose it to government or other citizens if they sue. That's it for today's chapter summary. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll catch you beautiful souls on the next one. Peace out.